I've spent hours in TJ's swap shop over the past few months. Tom is a really fun guy to hang out with and interact with, and of course he had something I was really interested in. Actually, he had a lot of things I was very interested in. You can see there's all kinds of neat things, signs to look at. Sometimes there's other folks in here that are talking and having discussions, and it's just kind of a neat place to hang out and do manly stuff. It's got this cool coyote mount that I look at every time I come in here too. I actually didn't pick up the black powder handgun. I kind of regret not talking to him and getting a hold of it, but maybe next time I go over there I'll check it out. It's also got a lot of older pocket knives, and including a bunch of case knives. And he's got this really neat rifle or shotgun sheath up on the wall, and a really cool belt, which unfortunately doesn't even begin to fit me. It's made for somebody about twice as big as me. But after hours of negotiating, we did come to an agreement, and I actually ended up paying him $5 for a joke, because I thought it was so funny. I added $5 to the price. He's located in Spencer, West Virginia, and I highly encourage you guys to go in there and ask him about the $5 joke. About a week later, I returned to the store and picked up the item. This is a 3-screw Ruger Super Blackhawk in .44 caliber. Tom is the gentleman that sold me the .44 Magnum. I really appreciate it.
I hope you like it, Nate.
After I got it home, I really began to investigate it. It's definitely got surface rust on it, which is why I was able to negotiate the price as far down as I could. We were actually $100 off on price, and he wanted to flip a coin to decide whose price we would go with. I agreed, but the condition was that I had to use the two-sided coin that he probably kept hidden in his back room for such exchanges. He agreed that we could use that coin, but before he went and got it, he said he would sell it to me for $100. I thought that was just pretty clever, so I told him, you know what, I'm not flipping the coin, but I will give you an extra $5 for the joke. When I told him I couldn't go any higher than that, he agreed that that was going to be an okay price, and we made the deal. However, during all my messing with it, I discovered something's not quite right. So after having this .44 for a couple of weeks, actually it's not even been a couple of weeks, maybe about a week, I was going over all the plans, how I was going to clean up all the rust and all that good stuff, and I ended up finding out with some test shooting that every once in a while when you pull the hammer back, the cylinder is not locking. The catch either isn't catching or it's pushing it too far past it. It's very random. There we go, just right there. So that's actually not locked in place, and that means that it's not lined up with the barrel. That means that the pin may not strike exactly on the center of the cartridge. Very rarely happens, but it happened one time when I was shooting, and I was like, hey, what's up with that? So it's actually going to go back to the pawn shop. He knows a gunsmith. We're going to talk about some things, figure out if we can still make this work. I still want it. He still wants to make sure I have it, but he also wants to make sure I'm happy with it. So I'll keep you guys updated. You can actually see where the round was off center and made a slight dimple there. I'm not sure why it was a smaller dimple, other than maybe it struck the edge of the case too, and that just kept it from dimpling all the way. But at any rate, I did have the hammer pulled all 4 clicks back. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the brass there. It hit the brass, and that's why it didn't dimple very hard. Which I'm glad that it didn't go off when it hit that, because it would have been misaligned with the barrel. Possibly enough to cause an issue. So, yep, going back to the pawn shop, and we'll see what we can do. I called and told TJ about the issues, and he had me bring it in. He agreed that that was a problem and said he would do whatever it takes to make it right. There's a gunsmith about an hour south of town, and that's what we agreed on, that I would go bring the firearm there, and that the smith would check it out, and he would pay the bill so that I don't have any more invested in the firearm. Of course, I spent hours at the gunsmith. Alright, we're here at the gunsmith shop. We're gonna jump in there and see if he's able to help me out or not.